This is a quick reminder for teachers of the commenting formula that we follow just ahead of progress reports. Remember that for progress reports, we only expect a comment for students who are struggling, that is, kids who are achieving C and below, but you're very welcome to write comments for all of your students. The formula that we ask you to follow is that you start with a positive affirmation. The goal of that affirmation is to demonstrate that you know the child as an individual. This is really important to the parents, and that you recognize and value the strengths that that child brings to your classroom. The second comment is focused keenly on academic achievement. This should be about things that the child has achieved in the class and skills that they have demonstrated, rather than things they have not yet demonstrated or not submitted. The last thing is really particularly important in the progress report, and that is an actionable recommendation. This actionable recommendation is aimed at engaging the parent and giving them something that they can do to move their child forward. This is a fervent wish for most of our parents that they can help their child to be successful. Here are some examples that you can take a look at. Each one of these kids is a little bit of a different character, but these examples are meant to show you how you can frame in a positive light something that may not always seem so positive in the classroom. So Hui is a student that shows great curiosity and has improved his reading significantly, and all we need the parent to do is congratulate their child. Really, that's a child who doesn't need to do any more than he's already doing. Jenny, however, is a child who maybe struggles to complete tasks that she's given independently. So what we want to try and do is build up Jenny's independence. And so our actionable recommendation to the parent is have Jenny attend to join and attend homework club regularly. David might be a student who's really great with arithmetic in his math class, but struggles with word problems. So rather than saying that David struggles with word problems, you can say that he's still developing his proficiency with word problems, and give the parents something actionable that they can do at home to support him. So we do ask that everybody start off with a positive affirmation for the progress reports. Again, the expectation is only students with C and below, but you are welcome to write comments for all of your students. Parents really do appreciate those comments. And a few just general guidelines based on the experience that we had in the school. Please do write about the child and not the grade. Your report card comment is not an explanation of the grade. It's a reflection of how you know the child. Do focus on skills and understanding that this child has demonstrated rather than listing tasks that they have not yet submitted. Please write in full sentences and make sure those sentences are connected. If you use the comment bank, that is meant as a support for teachers, but it does need a little bit of personalization and punctuation. Otherwise, it will read as a list. Do direct your comments to the parent rather than the child. High school students, it's appropriate to write in the third person so that it's directed at either one that might be reading it. Make an effort to use gender-neutral language. It's more appropriate to refer to the kids as students as opposed to young lady. While you may experience frustration in the course of teaching our students, please do not use the report card comment as a vehicle for that frustration. And the comment is not the best place to recommend a tutor. It's not where we want parents to have the first suggestion of a tutor being engaged. If you do want to recommend that a family engage a tutor, please do that through the counselors, through student services, it is very appropriate to make that part of your conference with the parents, and the counselors will give some resources on the day for you to use. And lastly, avoid sweeping and emotive language. Lazy is a very popular word that parents sometimes use for their children, but it's not an appropriate word for you to use for your students. Okay, thanks for listening and best of luck with your progress reports. If you need any support, please come and see me.